Hello, people. What is going on? Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Christmas sort of drink up. Talk about the year. You know, you got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy the Christmas time. To my right is Lucas. Down there is Mitch, and over there is Jay. And we're here just to have a chilled one tonight. A few beers and talk about this year. Lucas, how are you doing, sir?
I am good. The weather is absolutely bipolar over here on the East Coast. I know you don't do Celsius or Fahrenheit over there, but it's been up and down, very cold, a bit warm. I'm stuffed to the moon. I feel like shit, but we're here.
We're here. Thomas Shelby, aka Mitch, how you doing?
What? How you doing?
Nice, yeah.
We know something you don't, Mitch. We know something you don't. You got a picture of Thomas Shelby on your wall.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I've had it for years.
100%. He's got Thomas Shelby, mate. Some people have page 3 models. Mitch has Thomas Shelby. Fair enough. Jay, how you doing?
How do you know I don't have page 3 models?
Because your missus won't allow you to have page 3 fucking models, mate. She will bitch man slap you. Jay, what you saying, man?
All good, Lucas. Sorry to hear you're stuffed to the moon. That's Mitch's idea of a good Friday night, getting stuffed to the moon. But you know, each to their own.
Stuffed in my moon.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Otherwise, all good. Pleased to be having a few beers with you lads tonight.
So let's kick it off with like this
What
year.
are we all drinking?
Well, I'll tell you what we are drinking. All right. Winter Punch, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, other winter punches are available, but Copperberg's Winter Punch. It's quite nice. It's quite sweet.
That's what we're on tonight, if anyone's interested.
What is that, though? Like, what is it? Rum?
Mango Clark. Does it say?
Yeah. It is a Golden Road Brewing Mango Cart Mango Wheat Ale.
Mate, ale. Yeah, no, that's a bit extreme, isn't it?
James, you'll be pleased to know I've gone with a classic fighting beer.
Yes.
Whatever I can find in the cupboard. Yeah. Gonna go and scratch on the car park outside.
Mate, that is potent shit. That is. We were gonna lie.
Serious
That's
stuff.
like, what's worse, that or Stella?
I don't mind a pint of Stella either. I don't mind the old fighting beers. They're all right. They're pretty strong.
I love Foster's personally.
You know what? I spoke to Lucas. He's got no palate for beers. Like
I do have a palate.
Foster's, in my opinion, is probably the worst. I think it's disgusting.
No, my best strength is that I like all beer.
That's not a good strength. It shows that you don't have a good taste in beer.
No, that shows I'm not a little pussy. If someone gives me a drink, I'm going to drink it and I'll be, ugh, what's that? Ugh.
What about Budweiser? Do you like Budweiser?
Watson, I'll be his right as well.
The only beer I like willingly will not drink it's this one.
Amstel outside the ground is the worst.
look at Jake pull out the Budweiser.
I got my backup just here. It was whatever I had in the cupboard.
Oh no!
Top Budweiser, and then to top it all off, just in case, I've got a tiny little Heineken.
The only beer I really don't prefer is like those crazy like triple hazy IPAs that like they try to go absolutely over the moon with the taste. But like I'll literally drink anything. I like Budweiser. I love Foster's. I'll drink Stella. I'll drink literally anything.
It's the flat IPAs for me. You know when you like, because I don't mind a craft beer. I don't mind an IPA. I'm a big fan of an IPA. But it's when you go to like a craft place and I think they do Ghost Ship at the grounds, and I've gone, oh, that looks good. A nice craft like Cornish IPA. Tastes like dirt.
Oh, and like
flat. It's horrible. Oh,
and as Nick says, Guinness. I fucking love Guinness. I
love
Guinness.
Give me a pint of Guinness, mate, and that's it. Like Mitch knows that because when we went out at a beer before, Guinness is like that. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, though, with the IPAs,
the
when they're good, they're good. When they're shit, they're really bad.
Yeah.
Have you got any Irish in you, James?
Yeah. On my dad's side. Yeah.
What a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame, son. Are you full English then, Mitch?
I've got a bit of Dutch and American in me.
You Dutch bastard. I always thought you looked like Van Gerwen's brother. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, who was it who said something to me the other day? That was it Mitch looks like Cole Palmer? That's it, yeah.
I like Cole Palmer.
Give us one of them, Mitch. Come on.
Give us one of them, Mitch. Come on, mate. You know.
Give us a little Rashad Sweeting, son. Up to Rashad Sweeting. Come on.
You know, it's one of them, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? What drink did you used to have when you went away to Prague? Do you remember? But was you just drinking fucking anything?
I was drinking. We drank a bit there. Czech beer, didn't we?
Yeah, we were also. I was also trying to teach.
I wasn't a fan.
Not gonna beer as well. That didn't go over too well.
My first attempt was alright though. Do you remember in Manor? The second attempt was shocking.
Yeah. Manny was all right. Prague, wow, absolute blood.
That video actually that's brilliant. That video. Your reaction is like, yes, oh my god.
I felt like a proud like big brother or cousin or father in that moment. And funnily enough, when me, Mitch, and some of our other mates, we did Palace away. Me and for the life of me, I can't remember his name. Yes, we were shotgunning beers outside Selhurst because there was a nice little liquor store. I forget what you call them. I would call it a bodega
corner shop,
personally. Yeah,
nice off license, isn't it?
Nice little corner shop right next to one of the entrances for Selhurst, and we were just shotgunning beers for like 20 minutes. It was nice.
No.
What
is a proper American beer, Lucas? Apart from Budweiser, which is probably the obvious one.
I wouldn't even say that's proper.
No?
I don't know. It changes all the time. Like, there's really not one. Like, there's a lot of people that like Coors, Miller Lite, Bud Light, Budweiser. I think Guinness is on a pretty big upward trend here, if I do say so myself. But like, because it's such a massive country, there's a lot of people that are like making their own beer. Lots of IPAs going around and stuff. So I wouldn't say Yingling, another one. There's a lot going on. Like my favorite beer right now, if I had to choose one, end all be all, it's this beer called Kona Big Wave. It's a Hawaiian beer, and it's like kind of pineapple-y. It's very good. That's my favorite of all time.
Fucking pineapple-y, mate.
Kona.
Wow,
it's very good. But again, just like my trips to London and all over England, I like the switch up. I do like English beer. I do like American beer, and there are like some nice subtle differences that I like in the switch up.
Is it Shipyard? Is Shipyard? That's an American
Never heard
IPA,
of it.
is it? Yeah, you can get it in like Weatherspoons. You can get it in a few pubs around here. I think it's an American IPA, but that's pretty good. That's the only American beer that I actually know of other than Budweiser.
I see you say on TV before, about saying up London. This is how mad people are up London. That beer was like 45 quid a pint, and it was a ale from fucking somewhere like America or somewhere or New Zealand. Yeah.
Cheers.
And I was like, nah, mate, there's no way I'm paying 45 quid a pint, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Definitely 100% Mitch is not paying 45 quid a pint. But it's like 45% strong though. It's only like 2 pints. Do you know what I'm saying? But you know. Christmas is coming, lads. Have you been good this year? Are you in the naughty or nice list?
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I know.
You ask Twitter, probably not.
Oh, fucking Twitter, man. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a New Year's resolution, man.
You ask the YouTube comments, probably not.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Ask the subscribers, probably not. They'll disappear. Do you know what I mean? That's another story for another time. But, you know, this year has been a long year, innit? Let's be real. Like, in regards to West Ham stuff, fucking hell, when we think back to this time last year, we was going into basically the last sort of game. I think it was Liverpool away, I think.
This has been the worst year for West Ham in my lifetime. 100%.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I haven't enjoyed this year at all, mate.
Yeah.
If I'm being real. I didn't enjoy it from the moment it came into sort of the first, and then I'm going to enjoy it when it fucking fucks off on the 31st. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Jay?
Look, mate, it can't get any worse, really.
Yeah,
much worse.
Okay, all Moyes hitters on the bad list. Yeah, well, what about you, Jay, this year?
Yeah, it's been hard, isn't it? It's the first time that I experienced being a season ticket holder and not enjoying going to games. Absolutely loved it. It's my 4th year, I think it is, of having a season ticket, and when it started to become a slog, I was like, oh, I was blessed on the timing that I got the season ticket for the first time. First year back in Europe, 3 years of just brilliant times, and then it just kind of all come crashing down at the start of this year and was like, this is what people who've been doing this week in, week out for 30, 40 years have been dealing with, basically. So yeah, it's been tough, mate. I don't know about worst in my lifetime personally. There's obviously, you go back to the Avram Grant days, you go back to the
But even then, there was still a togetherness in the fan base. There was still a buzz about going to games.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's a fucking shit. It's a shit show at the minute.
Yeah,
the home ground is. I don't give a fuck about going to games at the minute. I really don't give a fuck. Only away games I want to go to, and even then, the away atmosphere was probably, in my opinion, the worst it's ever been as well.
I'm going to be honest. I think this year's been very, very hard. Doing the YouTube, I agree with what Robert says there. Shout out to Robert Singleton. And he says this: I haven't enjoyed all the infighting. Trust me, it's been so fucking draining. Absolute so draining when you're dealing with people. And honestly, it's opened my eyes up this year massively. Like when I look at what people are trying to achieve on YouTube, and then there's people that are doing it for a financial gain. Yeah, well, we don't do this for a financial gain because it's fucking piss poor money in this game. But other people do it, and they've got the audience to sort of back it to a point, which is a shame. But when I look at things this year, I just think it's going to get worse. I actually do. I actually think it's going to get worse over the next sort of 2 years.
Fuck.
And that ain't good, mate. Honestly, it really ain't. But what's been the best moment this year? I know it's hard to sort of put into words, but I'm gonna give you my best moment, and I'll let you all land. For me, the best moment that I saw this year was the performance against Bayer Leverkusen at home. That's the one where I thought, you know what, they give it absolutely fucking everything. Absolutely tried their hardest against a side that was unbeaten and weren't losing to no one. And on another day, if we'd have scored that second goal, who knows what would have happened, and we might have ended their run. But I'd say that's the best one. The worst one, I think, was last season for me. Yeah, I found it so incredibly hard. Keep doing the YouTube game, having to sort of look after a lot of the younger lads on this channel, like Alfie, don't do this no more. Clive, don't do it no more.
We love you, Alf. We love you, Alf.
We do. Alf's a good kid, man. And basically had to take them out of the equation, and it all come to me. And it was fucking hard, mate. Trust me, dealing with every fucking wanker going. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that would be mine. Lucas, what about you, mate?
Without
Lucas,
doubt,
sorry, just completely off topic. Did Alfie message you yesterday or the day before about City away or not?
No, he did.
All right, cool. Nice.
But real quick, I wanted to go back to this comment from Exponential Anger because that did just flash in my head. Michelob Ultra, I would say, is America's beer right now because all anyone cares about is counting their calories.
Oh,
do you guys know what Michelob Ultra is? It's
Michelob Ultra.
It's literally you're drinking water at this point. It's like a 10 calorie, 5 calorie beer.
Oh.
It's piss. But for me, my favorite, you said moment or just anything from this year?
Best moment this year.
Moment. Oh my God. If I had to pick just one singular moment, I'd probably agree with Leverkusen at home, but being able to travel Europe and watch West Ham in Germany twice was probably my favorite. And a huge shout out to Clive for helping me make that possible, because when I was over, that was a very long, grueling, and a bit stressful of a trip. Germany, I don't really ever want to see again. Very, very stressful country, I must say. And but not the whole European journey for me. That was my favorite moment, because even Clive knew when I asked him, because I'm not one to really ask for favors. I'm not that type of guy. But when someone does do something for me, I feel incredibly indebted. And Clive being able to help me make that happen was immense. So love the guy. I thank him every day.
Yeah. Worst for you, mate.
Worst.
There's been a lot of shit. There's been a fucking loads, mate. So I can't wait for hear what Mitchy's going to say for the worst, but you know,
seeing Moyes go. I don't know. Just the shit football. I mean, the season, like what Jay was saying before, and how you were talking about like worst seasons and whatever. Like, I obviously I've only been watching West Ham for coming up on 10 years now. I mean, that's really probably the best moment I could have started watching, because even if I wanted to watch when I was born, literally they weren't televising football in America till at least 2012, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
So in my time, I haven't gone through a lot compared to others, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Football has been a chore, it's felt like. So that's probably the worst moment for me right now. But it's been a lot worse. Thankfully, I haven't had to go through it yet, and I'm sure we will go through it again at some point, and I'll be able to compare feelings and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if there's been a worse moment this year. There's not been like a one. I would say worst singular moment. What happened to Antonio is probably the worst so far, and probably will happen for a while. And obviously, Lopetegui's father, condolences and blessings to his family and all that. So, yeah. One singular terrible moment this year, impossible. There's been too many.
It's fucking so much, isn't there? Jay, what about you, mate?
Best moment. A few of them been shouted out in chat. I was going to say Kudus's goal against Freiburg at home in the knockout rounds was unbelievable. I can't remember why, but I was in the Bobby Moore lower for that game. I normally sit in the upper tier. But seeing him pick that ball up 70 yards out and just glide past player after player and tuck it in the bottom corner was so good. Like, and seeing that goal is now nominated for the Puskas Awards, totally deservedly as well. So to be there and have such a good view of like probably the greatest goal I'll ever see live is just so good. So that's up there. Honorable mention again, William in chat, or Earthy scoring. It was such a nice moment seeing him get KO'd like a few weeks before, be out on his big channel.
It was a great moment seeing KO'd. You're a sick man.
Our mate Edson Alvarez, the Mexican enforcer, in centre midfield, just wiping him out, and the poor boy getting stretchered off. To see him come back and score immediately.
And let's not forget the first thing on Moyes' mind. Oh my God, I gotta worry about this. What a
do it in the Scottish accent, Lucas.
Nah, I'm not even gonna
try. I agree with what Jay was saying, but Finney says in the chat there, what's your thoughts on Kudus leaving?
Thoughts? Sorry, look like I spelled it.
I know, mate. Well, what you saying about? Well, all right, Mitch. I asked you. What you saying about Kudus leaving? Would you accept it that he goes in January?
In January, I'd be gutted. Fucking
So
hell. I'll be gutted that we've got so many talented players in this squad, and that it could still fall apart because of the system that we're playing, and Lopetegui being a disgrace of a manager, and him playing the last of his time at West Ham out of position on the fucking left wing. It kills me.
I actually think if we get rid of him, it just shows that we're a selling club. Well, all it is like there's no ambition from us to get a team together to try and push up there. Like Brighton can do it because they've got a conveyor belt of talent, but we can't. Not with Tim Steidden here, mate. For me, like he's the biggest blagger of them all. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Mitch, what's your best and worst moments this year?
Best would probably be the 5-0 win against Freiburg at home. There's not been very many good moments, to be honest.
that was fun.
The worst, probably Spurs. The loss away at Spurs.
Yeah.
The month.
Yeah, I know. You don't even.
I've tucked all these bad ones away, so like
yeah.
everyone in chat, and then you bring that up. Now I'm starting to get severe PTSD.
All I remember is my fucking breakdown and that one, mate, where I just completely lost the
You know,
plot.
my missus actually, because it popped up on her thing, and I was absolutely fuming that day, and she knew, and she went on to the channel. She actually watched a bit of. She's not a West Ham. She's not a football fan at all. She just went on E20 and just watched a bit of your reaction, and she was cracking up. She was pissing herself laughing.
Oh, when I get going, mate, I'll just start ripping everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? I honestly, that one was like, that was painful. That was because I had people on my case, and that was like, just fuck off right now because you're doing my edit. Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly,
Your shout at Lucas Paqueta is like etched in my memory.
I'll never forget my words.
One of the greatest.
I'm a gambler. You're a gambler. You fucking prick.
Now fucking fuck off.
I just, you know what? Yeah, that's one game that I can accept losing any other time. I really can, but against them, that's one game I can't. I hate it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think one of the funniest moments, right, was fucking me doing a live watch along in the pub recently. That was quite good, I must admit. Well, seriously,
The second goal against I did. I mean, that second goal against Arsenal, that Emerson free kick winning.
Yeah, mate, I started giving it. Mate, there was about 10 of them, right? And literally 2 of them who I know I'm good mates with started fucking really shutting up. I was like, you know what? It's on there. And then all of a sudden we're going to give a penny away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know. What has been your best E20 moments this year, Lucas? Anything? You got anything in mind? Any meltdowns?
Jesus.
Probably me. Do you know what I mean?
Every show is a moment. I'll
Yeah.
say that. Favorite? That's impossible.
I'll tell you one of them, yeah, that I remember was the one where I praised up to Debo after 2 games. You went, it's Ipswich. It's Ipswich, for fuck's sake. And then he goes and chins a head coach. That was, you know, I was like, well, you know, I just can't make it up, can you? But yeah, I've got to be honest, it's been a bit of a mad old season. It really has. And I wouldn't change it. Mitch, what about you, Mitch? Because obviously you'll be
You
in
wouldn't
and out.
change it. I fucking would.
Well, I wouldn't change what I've said and done on here. Definitely wouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. In
Like,
terms of that, yeah.
yeah, but I'll definitely change the season because I'm actually a bit concerned, if I'm being honest about it, because for me, when I look at West Ham right now, we've got no plan and no project really. It's just like going through it sort of month by month and seeing where we're landing. Do you know what I mean? But that's wherever we're going to end up next month. God knows. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But
I think I was the only fan in the whole of the West Ham fan base that slated
here we
Guido
go.
after the first game.
Here we go.
I knew it.
What?
I knew it was coming.
I'm
What?
the only one. I was the
Lucas, I didn't see anyone anywhere. Everyone was going, "Oh, he's good. It's good. He's a good player. He's tidy. He's good on the ball." And I just thought, I don't know what you're seeing. I don't know what you're seeing. I said it years ago with Albion Ayeti after the first game. I got crucified, abuse that you couldn't believe. After his first game in the cup against Newport City, I was at the game at the fucking ground.
You also
and I said
Cornet
in my
had
fan
to
cam,
go.
West Ham Fantasy, I said he is fucking shit. And yeah, I said after one go, I said he's got nothing about him. He's fucking dog, and people wanted to murder me.
Everyone wants to murder me. I mean, somehow I'm still here.
The whole Guido thing hurts because we'll probably get onto it, but still to this day, I think one of my worst takes of all time, and I'm not afraid. I'll hold my hand up to it. Was predicting that Guido would be Hammer of the Year in the prediction video.
What?
Will's killed me. Look at that. Look.
Fuck.
That's how unlucky you must be for that. I know he spelled his name wrong, but fuck it. The one bloke in the board with more upper with Falkland's name on his back. What a waste of money.
No way.
Mate, I would never get a player's name on the back of the shirt, mate. Never.
I said, for one man in my career, can you guess who that is? My favourite players.
I think
Lucas.
It's either got to be Di Canio or no.
Canio, I was one when he was playing at West Ham.
Well, you know, fair enough. That's true. You know what I mean? It's got to be nobody, isn't it?
No, fuck.
I know it. I know it.
Pyatt.
Huh.
Give us a clue.
I'm not going to say it because
it was our best player for a few years.
Let Jay give a shout.
Go on, Jay. Give us a shout.
Rice.
No.
Oh, I don't look so fucking disgusted.
No,
I'm not disgusted.
This is such a mid. Once he tells you this is such a
I bet it's
Mitch
Scott Parker,
player.
isn't it?
Arnautovic.
Huh?
Scott Parker or an Arnautovic, isn't it? Yeah, of
Arnautovic.
course it is.
Arnautovic,
Favourite ever West Ham player.
Yeah, I see you as an Arnautovic stan. I can see it.
Yeah, because he fucking
Loved
looks
him.
like him.
Like, I don't know. I had a man crush on that man. I think at one point.
Mate,
My
he
first
was
ever
good.
Twitter when I joined Twitter in like 2017. My Twitter handle was Carnage. I fucking
Carnage Arnie.
Getting a load of
Carnage
Terminator
Arnie, yeah.
fans start following you like, what the fuck's this bloke talking about?
yeah. I
Carnage-
just thought he was everything. Like, he was my
No,
hero.
he was mustard. He was.
He was good.
I think like with a better team around him, he could have been the bollocks. I really thought when he was at his top of his power. We had Snodgrass and Coyote playing on the right wing. Coyote played on the right wing at Brighton away. I went to, and then Norwich was at top. How embarrassing is that?
That is bad. Yeah, I'm not being funny.
I
What
love.
would you say his best position was for West Ham?
Who,
From the
Norwich?
right. Yeah. Or centre
Striker.
forward?
Yeah, striker, 100%.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know what I mean? Fucking we
I
don't do well with
love. I
strikers,
love
do
that he done kind of almost the same thing that Bowen would do at times. Now it felt like he would just drift in and out, in and out. But Arnautovic was. Again, it's always like this with players that like you really don't realize how good they were or appreciate them until they're gone, and that's how I felt with Arnautovic. Like I really liked him, and of course, like his attitude absolutely fucking stunk sometimes. But now down,
But yeah, the
road,
bastardry about him. Like
Yeah.
he had that arrogance where he had to score. He wanted to
Yeah.
score. He had that old school mentality. Like you don't really see that much nowadays. Either.
and I love a name on the back of a shirt, but for me, it's got to be very, very like cult hero or like just a legend in my
He's
eyes.
my hero.
Like the ones
You
behind
consider
me.
Souček a legend? Fuck off.
I would get a Souček kit for sure.
Ugh.
He's a
what
legend
do
to
you-
me, and that's all that matters. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Right.
Well, not
So-
average legend to me.
So, what do you class him as then, Mitch? Currently, right now, Thomas Souček at West Ham. What status would you give him? Yeah, it's going to be hard for
Look,
him.
I truly believe. I think if you give him a legend, if you call Souček a West Ham legend, I actually think you're a cunt. I honestly do. I don't mean to be horrible, but I actually think I don't know what you're smoking. Like you think of the West Ham legends of history, you don't put Souček as a West Ham legend. It's embarrassing. For how many bad seasons he had as well, and how many times he was literally abused for how shit he had, and then every now and then he'd pop up with a goal. Yes, he's been good this season, and he's had his good moments, but he's not a fucking legend. Fuck me.
The only kit, just to end what I was going to say with it, the only kits I really regret getting anything on the back is Rice, but I'm holding out faith that he comes back when he's like 34 or something. And then Payet, really, but Payet now, that heartbreak, that period's kind of over. Where now it's like it is a bit kind of nostalgia having that, but that's really it. I mean, what I got behind me, I can't complain with. I got a Dean Ashton kit. Can't complain with that. And
Who would you say is like the next person to sort of have a kit in the current crop of players?
What? To become a
Kilman?
legend
Or
or hero?
I asked for an Ogbonna kit for Christmas. Legend to me.
well, he
I
has
love
been
Oggy.
here. Yeah, Oggy's been here a long time, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? But,
He ain't a
but
fucking
when I-
legend, though. More
when I
legend
look
than
at the
fucking
players-
Souček, though.
like, the only player I look at as a legend that West Ham currently right now is Bowen.
Yeah.
Right? And I think
Yeah.
he's cemented that.
He would probably be like my next one if I was ever gonna get one. But with players like him, that's like one of those. I'm just gonna wait 5 years from now and then I'll get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you just know he'll be here. It's got to take someone special for me personally, to like get their kit there and now. It's so hard nowadays. It really is, because you just do not know.
What do you think in regards of like the future with West Ham? Like, obviously, at present, it's very up and down. I do agree with what Mitch said earlier on. I make him 100% right. It's probably the most depressing season or year that I've witnessed West Ham. I've seen some shit. Maybe it's because I'm involved in YouTube, because obviously when we started the YouTube game, was in Europe, was flying and all that. What would you say, Jay? How would you sort of get this back to where it used to be?
Well, I think don't worry too much, mate, because this is purely a transitional season until Allegri joins next year. So you can bide your time. We'll have that Italian tactician at the wheel next season. So just bide your time and wait for it, mate. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, maybe. What about you, Lucas?
What was the question? Sorry.
Well, how do you spin this around in regards of the fan base not being at each other's throats, not wanting to kill each other? Because it just seems like it's one step forward, two steps back all the time.
You either play some better football or win matches. And right now, for me, I don't see the football really getting any better. So for me, I'm just gonna try and hang on with results because at the end of the day, results talk. And I think we could all.
But
I
I
think
enjoyed, even though the draw to Bournemouth, you could argue, wasn't a good result. I actually enjoyed the football though.
I thought we played well. The first half, I thought we were excellent.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'd rather. I don't care how shit we play if we walk away with 3 points.
Yeah.
I completely agree, but I still got enjoyment from the Bournemouth game. I actually enjoyed it, even though we didn't win.
Yeah, but what I can't understand on that is what did you enjoy? Because our goalkeeper was getting.
I thought it was a great game of football. I thought it was a really good game of football.
It was a good game of football. Don't get me wrong, for a neutral, but for a fan, when you're seeing Fabianski, who's 40 years old, making loads and loads of saves, I don't think that's very good, is it? Like, you got to listen. I get the footballing argument. Fucking, I had this argument last year, and like, trust me. But I get the footballing side of it. You want to see a progressive game of football, but I'm not a neutral. I'm a supporter of West Ham, and I want to see West Ham be the best that they can be. And at the minute, I think if we lose that game 1-0, there's a lot of questions to be asked of substitutions, or why am I subbed and things like that. Drawing the game.
We didn't. I think because it was a draw and it was away from home to a team like Bournemouth who've done very well at home this season as well. I saw it as an all right result, and I enjoyed I thought the football was good. So overall, I wasn't too displeased personally. Obviously, there were still issues. Don't get me wrong. There's issues almost every game at the minute, but you know, a couple of weeks back, you know, we was getting battered by Arsenal, Spurs, and every fucking team. So I thought it was right to have a better performance. And then also get a draw against a decent side at the minute.
I do think, like, as a fan base, as a collective, the fan base is like more confused than they've ever been. And I don't think anyone confused. Actually. This is the thing. I don't know if anyone actually knows what they truly want. Because to your point, Mitch, right? I agree with like what you've just said. Like that, especially that first half. I thought we played really well. I thought we were a better team. I thought the second half, Bournemouth were the better sides. Expected them to be the better sides. A game of 2 halves, a 1-1 draw, very entertaining game of football. Yes, primarily I want West Ham to win games of football. That, like, regardless of style, I've said before, like we could have 20% of the ball and win every game 1-0 and I'll be happy. Like, I don't really care about how much possession we have or what style of play we actually play. But I think there's large sections of our fan base that are just completely confused as to what they want. People will like become hyper fixated about a person or about an ideology or about something that they either are in love with or absolutely detest, and will just die on that hill no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's
strange.
I think it's fair to a point because, again, I can't speak for you guys, but for the time that I watch West Ham, last 10 years, it's been quite a good road. And I would say the older supporters aren't very used to European success or consecutive seasons of Europe. And there's some people that want to push on and try and continue that, or they're just like, they're so used, they want to see like the old West Ham. They give it a go no matter what. They don't care if we play in Europe or win trophies, blah, blah, blah. And I can see it from both sides because, again, no matter what, we're all going to support West Ham, whether we're playing in Europa League or National League. You know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. But for me, I want to see us push on because I will speak for a lot of people. I miss the fuck out of Europe. It was so fun. It was so good. Really, really good. Like when I was saying earlier with like the best moments, like I hold on to that so dearly because I truly, in my heart of hearts, I done that, and I did come over for all that because, like, I just don't know if that will ever happen again. I truly believe that, and that's like a moment I can hold on to for the rest of my life until I go over. And
And I think that's what makes it currently even more depressing at the minute, because we did have that success. And because
Yeah.
even though some Premier League games would be
I
terrible, we
agree.
would get beat 4-0, we still have Europa League.
We had Thursday to look forward to.
Good Thursday to look forward to, and potentially, win some more
Potentially
silverware.
Azerbaijan away.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Exactly, 100%.
But
Do you think we ever get back there?
This is the thing, though, that I wanted to just quickly add, James. Is the thing that frustrated me the most is I loved those Thursday nights. Loved everything about them. Playing against some team that you've never heard of, fans that would do like strange dances in the away end, and you'd normally beat them.
Yeah.
It was just a great like spectacle to be involved in. And then like majority, what was our win percentage? Like 75%. It was amazing. It wound me up in the Conference League season. We would sell like 40,000 tickets to those games. There was empty seats everywhere. And I remember like sitting there and being like, this might be the last time that we see this for like 20, 30 years. If you're like a regular, consider yourself able to get to the ground, which 60,000 people do every week. Why can't you make the effort on a Thursday night when you're potentially going to experience something that you've never experienced before and might never experience again?
Mate,
Wound me up so much.
To this day, the craziest and funniest thing, the reason why I love just European competition, I'll never forget Anderlecht at home when there was like flares and shit going off in the away end. Me and Mitch are watching the match, and this fucking crazy fucking cunt just comes over, takes his belt off. He comes all the way from the away end. He comes over into me and Mitch's section, takes his belt off, and is trying to whip people with his belt. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. And mind you, a penalty happened while that was going on. And me and Mitch turned around like, penalty? Like, what the fuck?
Welcome
crazy.
to the stadium. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I just feel like hopefully in 25, people start to sort of realise what West Ham is. Do you know what I mean? It's about the club more than what their personal preference is. I just feel that I'm going to be straight. A lot of like stuff that's on social media, I think, sort of alienates it and sort of irates it to a point. And for me, I don't think it's the right way of doing it, if I'm being honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
We also got to remember as well that social media, it's not that real of a place. It is really like just an amplified version of opinions, no matter what we think. And like we're all guilty of it. And I'll put my hand up and say I do it the most. Like that's like, if I had to pick a New Year's resolution, that would be one of them, is to stop taking social media like so seriously and like stop, like it's not face value at all. It's just someone's opinion, and really you don't know most of everyone's opinions. Like when there's other people saying, and we all know who we're talking about, when they would say like they speak for most fans, and like in a serious way, not joking around on Twitter. I can tell when obviously people are trolling when they say that, but like there's people seriously saying that like this is most of the fan base's opinion. And like, no, it's fucking not. Like, you know how many, there are just as many people off social media that like nobody knows their opinions. So it is tough, especially when we're all on Twitter every day. It's one of the first things we open up when we wake up, because that's just like how life is right now. And I wish it wasn't like that, because back then, simpler times, things were so much better. But that's just the world we live in. But we just have to remember, like, it's not really a real place. It is, but it's not.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something that I've got to learn going into 25. Basically, whatever people say is their opinion. I've just got to accept it, even though I don't like it. And if people are lying for it, if they're
you say that, it's so easy said and done. When some people's opinion is so, when you are so passionate about what you're passionate about, like West Ham, and someone does come out with you, like something that you're passionate about, and they're going against it. Like there's, so say you're really passionate that, I don't know, Bowen's our best player, or he's a good player, and someone just literally straight up tells you Bowen's shit, like a West Ham fan, he's not good enough and shouldn't play for the club. You can't. Don't tell me you're going to sit there, James, and go,
I know.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like when it's like that, but the problem is people. How can I put it? People will find out in the end. Well, it all goes full circle in the end. Do you know what I'm saying? And I could sort of like, there was a saying from years ago: you can lead an horse to water, but you can't make it drink. and basically I can lead someone to the right path. But if they're not prepared to listen, there's nothing else I can really say. When it comes to sort of YouTube and social media and all that, you can, if you stand back like I do, and you evaluate everything from afar, you can see who's in it for financial gain and who's not. That's all I can say. And basically, some people are in it for clout to a point, if I'm being real. So,
do you know the worst thing to happen to football, the worst person to happen to football? Not because I don't like this person, I don't know this person, but I have nothing against him personally. Fabrizio Romano. He is everything that has become wrong with football Twitter, football journalism, football everything. It's now become this game of who has the most insider knowledge. There are now no secrets at the club, like at any club. Everyone just wants to break news first. People will make shit up just on the hope that they're correct. People will believe everything that they read. Then you can only go to a few sources. Now, like, our club has like 3 major people who will leak things to 3 different journalists to suit their own agendas. And it's all stemmed from Fabrizio Romano.
It's a shame because I actually do like him a lot. I watch some of his content and I enjoy it, but like it is crazy that, like, I don't know, and we can all admit to it sometimes where like we all have Instagram. Everyone likes. There's like a science behind that. It's like some dopamine hit of likes. Like, people like likes, and
who was that geezer to like Lucas that you said about the Paqueta thing? The weirdest fucking journalist souls that one of the West Ham ITK accounts linked, and he was a private journalist. Like, what the fuck is that all about?
Oh, it was some random like 2-paragraph article that like Paqueta's leaving, and I went to go look at his Twitter, and he's on private. How can you be a journalist and be on private?
Right, and like
what was that
West Ham owned that him.
Oh well,
I can't remember who it was, but
Vinny says, and I'll get to people's comments in a minute. You think do you think we'll sign anyone in the sort of January window?
I do.
Who do you think? I don't believe that myself.
I personally actually think Evan Ferguson could be coming to the Bowl till the end of the summer.
Can anyone shed any light on the loan rules? I swear down, you can only have 2 players on loan at any given time, and yet we're linked with every fucker on loan under the sun.
I think it's domestic. I think you can have 2 domestic loans.
I thought European.
That was the case, but like, I swear I keep reading you can only have 2 in total. I don't know. Like, someone must play Football Manager out there and have the up-to-date like rules. Yeah. Because that always had it's always good value for knowing what the rules and registration rules are. So if anyone actually knows the rules, like, please tell me, because I'd be delighted with Evan Ferguson on loan. But like, my gut tells me I don't think we're going to sign anyone. I can't see Sullivan.
Clive Marcus, welcome, son.
Yeah, good lad.
The thing is, look, by the looks of it, looks like either one of Guido Rodriguez is going, Paqueta, Kudus, or Fulkrug. Now, I'd bet my money that one of them would leave. One of them in January would go, due to whatever reasons they want to go, a bid comes in, whatever. I'd bet my money that one of them goes.
Right.
Danny Ings, if someone comes in for him, he could easily go, because we could go, we don't.
I've got a question for you though, Mitch. What do we do with Todibo if Todibo's a bad influence or bad attitude in the dressing room? When he's got a loan with an obligation to buy, how do we get around that one?
Oh mate, I don't want to think about it 'cause it's not my job. So
shout out to Scott.
I don't know. It's always a terrible situation when someone downs tools, especially a promising player like him. But
yeah,
we don't really know what type of situation we're in. So like, it could not be a thing because maybe we finish 14th, 13th, whatever. We deal with it in the summer. But if things start to go downhill and get a bit slippery, and you have someone like that in the dressing room, that could be pivotal into a reason why we might get relegated if that ever happens. You know what I mean? So it is weird, but me and Mitch were talking about it a little bit offline that I agree. I would love to see Evan Ferguson come to the Bowl, but again, I don't want to fall in love with another loan, if I'm being honest. So we'd have to get rid of things, hopefully.
The man of knowledge.
But mate, a short-term love is better than no love at all, in my opinion.
I don't know. That's an easy heartbreak, Mitch. Do you know what I mean? Short-term love. Do
But
you
at
know what I mean?
least, yeah. But mate, if you go your whole life without ever being loved, I think that's more
To all
heartbreaking.
the hookers we ever loved.
yeah. But would you say Marcus Rashford would be ideal for West Ham?
No chance.
I said this. I would like him on the left.
Yeah, I would.
Or
But
mental.
do you really think that he'd be willing to come down from $350K a week to? There's no there. I think we'd pay at most $150K for him a week at most, and I don't think.
Look, mate, it's happened. It's happened loads of times with other players that
he's
the
got
wages.
He's got Tottenham written all over him, in my opinion.
I could see him going Spurs. Yeah.
Oh mate, it's another reason to fucking hate him. Do you think Kudus goes? Because I'm hearing a lot of stuff. People saying,
Nah.
"Oh, he's going." I don't think so.
Not because maybe in summer, but not in January.
I think summer. We just demand too much money for him in January. There's no motivation for us to sell him in January. You can't. I know the talk coming from Sullivan is that he would obviously rip someone's arm off for 100 million quid if someone bid it, because he'd want to go out and he'd probably go and spaffle the money on a striker, and they would score a grand total of 5 goals in a West Ham career. So it always goes.
Yeah.
But you can't buy quality in January. So why would you sell quality in January? It doesn't make sense to me. The only feasible business that I would want to see us do. Thank you to Clive for clearing up the loan rules. Clive, drop your @ in chat so that you can become the new West Ham ITK.
Wait, what was it?
2 players at any one time can be on loan, but 4 in maximum. So
I think Clive has an unreal name for a journalist. That is a reputable.
That is a proper journalist name. Clive
That is a
Marcus,
reputable journalist name.
Yeah. Drop your @ Clive. I want to follow you. What was I saying? Feasible business, right? So I don't think Kudus goes. I don't think anyone touches Lucas Paqueta, and I don't think Brazil can afford him. I could see Guido Rodriguez going back to Betis on loan. That's probably the only out that I could see, and then you've got 2 realistic options in that scenario, right? Would you actually miss him because he hasn't really done anything anyway? Yeah, you wouldn't.
I'd rather Andy Irving play. I've said this many times. I'd rather
exactly. You've got Andy Irving who could step in. You've got Lewis Orford. It's perfect. Like if you've got nothing to play for, come like the last third of the season, you're not going down and you're not going to threaten Europe. Just
there's nothing. It frees up the wage bills. They'll fuck it, get him out. There's no reason for it to be anymore.
Option B: do you get James Ward-Prowse back off loan and have him take Guido Rodriguez's spot?
I would rather that, mate.
Squad?
Honestly,
Wait, come on.
Yeah,
I'd rather
100%.
I don't understand. I don't understand I don't understand why we brought Guido in for fucking to get him out.
Probably if we keep Lopetegui, Ward-Prowse just doesn't suit Lopetegui's system or style of play at all.
Doesn't he though? Because now that we've got to grips with what his style of play actually is, a flat 4-3-3, is that not made for James Ward-Prowse? Just tons of running, getting up and down the pitch. Short
because
I think it works.
Because I think James Ward-Prowse would suit a system where we'd play slowly at the back, where what Lopetegui he has his centre backs playing it very slowly in between each other, and then just playing it down the wings, and then every now and then hoofing the ball up.
But at least if he plays though, Mitch, he's got other assets also by like set pieces and free kicks, and
we don't score many set pieces at the minute. We don't have many.
We have one set piece threat, in my opinion.
And I think the crosses have been good this season. Like I think Bowen and Emerson have put some really good balls.
Actually,
I don't think that's the problem.
Too, I keep forgetting Fulkrug is a West Ham player. You know how I would always call Cornet the ghost of West Ham.
Yeah.
Fulkrug for me was practically the second ghost in line. Which, by the way, let's not forget, Mitch, big Maxwell Cornet guy, loves him. I think I might get a kit for Mitch for Christmas.
Talk about Maxwell Cornet.
I really wanted.
I see a comment the other day. Yeah, just gotta say this, Mitch. Yeah, whoever the person was on X turned around saying, "Oh, we need to go get Cornet back and play him on the left." Please, mate. Please,
love that.
Stop doing Class A drugs. So I'm gonna look at you in the camera. Don't do Class A drugs. Honestly, like he was shit when he was here. Fuck me. Go on, Mitch.
I did really want Cornet to do well.
Would be a good James Ward-Prowse. If you wanted to, I'm gonna
go on,
say
Mitch.
it. Right, I'm just saying, right? James Ward-Prowse, right?
Yeah.
If you swap James Ward-Prowse with Guido Rodriguez, yeah, come on.
I think he'd be more beneficial to us right now, because even though I had an absolutely horrendous take on Guido Rodriguez, predicting him to win Hammer of the Year. I still think he's a good player, but he just does not.
I don't know what he's got.
He does not match what we want to do. And
What
I'll be
makes a
honest,
good player?
I still don't know what we want to do.
He can't do anything. He can play a cross-field switch pass, and that is honestly it.
I think he builds up. He builds up good from the back, but again, he's too slow to play.
He? I don't think he does at all.
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think any midfielder in the Premier League can build up good from the back.
While we're getting into this sort of West Ham sort of January transfer window discussion, this E20 sort of drink up, smash a like on the video. What do you make, lads, of the goalkeeper that we got linked with the other day? From Freiburg, who held
I don't even. No, I'm not even going to talk about
Lucas.
That
take it away.
Is an absolute disgrace, and if that is true, Tim Stein should be fired.
Tim Stein.
Those are not your words. Those are not your words.
I do not care if you watch the Bundesliga. I don't care if the only time you watched him was when we played him. That is enough evidence alone. That guy has got the agility of a scarecrow.
Yeah.
How he's making money as a professional goalkeeper is absolutely insane. That guy is horrendous.
And you know what? I learned something the other day, right? And I should have learned this years ago. But you know when people clip up these sort of videos of players and it like make it all fancy with all like the saves or the tricks and all that, I see a video of him of doing all these saves, but it was all bog standard fucking saves. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mate, I have never seen someone. You know how when we played Freiburg all those times, and when he get the ball at his feet, he just looked like a walking disaster. He looked like he put like high heels on and was walking around with the ball at his feet, just stumbling like. Mate, it was so bad. And the fact that Fabrizio tweeted that, there's got to be some sort of truth to it. And my God, that is a sackable offense, in my opinion. That's
Fabrizio tweet. I didn't see Fabrizio tweeted it. No, fucking hell, lads. I saw some nobody page tweet it, and I took no mind of it. Yeah. I didn't realize Fabs tweeted it. Jesus Christ,
mate,
he just comes straight from Steiner.
Fucking, you know. What do you make of it, Joe?
Oh, fucking hell. Move on, lads. I'd rather have League One Wes. Honestly, genuinely.
Yes, I agree.
I think we're getting closer and closer to League One Wes playing a Premier League game for West Ham. I've got this feeling he's going to play. And I can't wait.
We've gone from fucking Noah to League One Wes, mate.
Sign Ben Foster. Get him back.
Yeah. Scott Carson on loan for 6 months.
Yes.
Get him in.
One minute. 3 worst goalkeepers we had was Roberto, Lamar, Bernard Lamar, mate, the puff smoking goalkeeper. He was fucking legendary, mate. He used to sit there and have a joint. And McKnight, fucking hell, he was shit.
That's if Lucas was playing football. That's him at the other side.
Hey, you heard Vinny. Class B's only.
Yeah, Vinny's on it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, mate, yeah. When I see that link the other day, I was like, are we fucking... Tim Steiner's trying to ruin us, mate. I mean, like, what did you make of that sort of goalkeeper shout, Mitch?
What?
Noah. Oh, Noah, the German sensation.
Lets in his goals 2 by 2.
100%.
Yeah, he was horrific in our game. I saw it and I just dismissed it, to be honest, because it's fucking... What do you call it? A fart in the wind. It was fuck all. So I just, even though I thought it'd be a horrific signing, I did think, well, rumours are going to start flying out left, right, and centre, like they always do. I'm not going to get too pissed off about it. Lucas was fuming. He messaged me and he was disgusted. Lucas privately messaged me and he said he was disgusted. He said, Mitch, what do you think of this link? I went, I don't think he's that good. And he was went, because he's a fucking cunt. He's shit. He's lanky. He's useless.
The agility of a scarecrow.
Yeah,
I agree with Nick on that.
Right, they'd be my first 2 signs in January as well.
What about you, Jay? I agree with him.
Although they're both Irish.
I think Kelleher and Ferguson are a pair of really good players. I think Kelleher solves a lot of problems in goal. I think he's a good shot stopper. He can clearly play with his feet, playing in that Liverpool side. Yeah, he's not as good as Alisson, but like, who is in world football? like realistically. And I really like Evan Ferguson. He's a young lad who needs game time. He'd get that at West Ham. The fans would be behind him because he'd give 110%. And he's a goal scorer. I think they're both great signings if we go for him. But they make too much sense. They're too sensible.
And
There's no way we go.
That's the thing at West Ham. Just
So what is the striker then?
Not happening.
So what is the striker then, gentlemen? Like, because apparently we're going after a world-class striker.
Middlesbrough striker. I actually rate him. I would have him.
No,
Who is it?
not for me, mate.
The
I've seen it so
Jim
many
Barbima,
times.
whatever his fucking name is.
Oh,
the,
yeah. A Laffy
sort
or
of
something.
Eyes. Mate, he looks pretty decent, though. I like him.
Latte, mocha latte.
Yeah.
Latte, that's it.
Yeah.
Extra shot.
Yeah.
Extra...
Mobile strikers. Most
Latte laugh,
need
I'm saying,
shot.
yeah. Mate, he's a
Extra
good
shot
player.
latte.
I rate him. I actually do rate him.
Yeah, but is that what we've gone for now? Championship fucking players who we've got to try and improve.
Jared Bowen.
I was going to say, here's a question. Like, because you think about the high-profile players that have signed for Premier League clubs out of the Championship. Jared Bowen, James Maddison, Abere Eze. Can we name another player who's gone on to actually do really well having signed out of the Championship?
Elise.
Three I can think
Oh, did you say Elise, did you?
No, I said Abere Eze. I didn't know it was Elise signed from the Championship.
Yeah, Reading.
Oh, was it Reading? There you go. Yeah, he done very well.
Mm.
No. It's a genuine question because I can't think of many.
Not really. Not now that I can't.
Nat Phillips.
Do you remember when we got linked with him? He was going to be our centre half, mate.
Who was the fucking striker that played for Fulham and Villa and he's played for everyone in the Championship and we're linked for him for seasons?
Cameron Archer?
Ross McCormack.
Yes, McCormack. Oh my god,
mate! Don't test me with
actually,
knowledge. Do you know what I mean?
He was such a baller though in the Championship.
that was good. That was good.
Oh,
my
Ross,
god, he's shocking.
Who's the other one that we got? Who was the other one? Well, I remember years ago, like Nicky Maynard, when he was at Crew, and we signed him, and we thought, oh, he's going to be the next big thing. And Sam Baldock also, he was another one. And
yeah,
do you know what I mean? Fucking some of the players we've signed, man. Yeah, but then saying that, he got Hugh Gill.
My
What the
king.
fuck is he nowadays?
King George.
Can't wait to walk up with all the bubbles.
that was a good impression, actually.
Mate,
Come
he's,
on,
Give me. Like,
he's at Rotherham, I think.
Is he? Okay, now he's got
Yeah, because there was that weird period. It was Dominguez Quina, Hugel, and someone else was at Rotherham. It was absolutely weird.
Jeez,
mate, I've got a team sheet, right, from our first. Was it against Astra? Our first sort of team lineup of the season. Some of the names in there, mate. Fuck it, like some of the shit players that we had. Faguli and people like that.
Jordan Hugel's still there.
And then Valencia at that period. After his one good season for us, Valencia was awful for us.
Remember Valencia and Sacco? Yeah, his goal against Hull was unbelievable. I was in Ibiza watching it at the pub. It was unbelievable. Him and Sacco up front that season were incredible.
Yeah, but he dropped off hard and he became a massive donkey.
Yeah. Give us a name from for a player in the Championship currently right now. I'll give you my first one. Plays at Borough, not the striker. Hayden Hackney, his name is, midfielder. I think he's
you love a bit of Nathan Hackney. Or whatever his name is.
Hayden. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I had Nathan Holland on my mind when you said Astra.
See, what do you make of him? What William's saying?
I haven't seen him play, so I really have
really bang average. Really average.
I've liked what I've seen, but I don't watch enough Championship football to make a judgment.
PTSD, this one. Ashley.
Why has he not been picked up? He's the brother who have eyes all on him from every fucking top club in the world. Why has he not been signed? Why is he not linked to any big clubs? I'll tell you why. Because he's bang average.
He is linked to big clubs. Dortmund and Madrid both looking at him apparently.
When the moment he goes there, I'll eat humble pie.
I can't wait, Mitch.
Dominguez Quina.
I think
just real quick, Dominguez Quina is playing in Cyprus now.
Alfie Doherty, that's the one. That's the great shout from William.
Yeah, he is a player.
Be a good backup for us, actually. Very good.
I think he could start for us.
Yeah,
Cresswell out in the summer. Alfie Doherty in.
Do we need to sign a left back? I'm looking at it this way. If Emerson stays, I know he's.
Alfie Doherty would be a couple million though, or it could be 5 million.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, like, would you sign Alfie Doty and say, lad, you can come in, you're going to play second fiddle to Emerson? When realistically, if we were going to come in for him, another Premier League club would probably come in for him and he'd probably go there.
I mean,
And I'm thinking, like, why would he join us? And
Thing is, though, because Emerson's getting older, you could say we see you as our future left back.
and he doesn't like Lopetegui apparently. So,
Don't he?
oh yeah,
Who says that? Oh,
there's
Emerson
been
doesn't.
reports. Emerson, Todibo, the French contingent doesn't like him. Like,
He's a shout. That's a good player, that geezer from Norwich. Quite a few good things about him. Do you know what I mean? But do you remember the other player that we had from Norwich? Plays out in Marseille now. Jonathan Rowe.
You love a bit of Hackney and Mr. Rowe.
Mate, I'm going to be straight, mate. Yeah, give the job to me, right? I'll go out and find your talent.
I love Team Kabuki.
I've always thought give it to me. I've always had an eye for talent. Fuck me.
Give us your talent spotting abilities, then, Mitch. Give us one player that you.
I can't give it to you.
Oh,
I can't.
One of them ones, is it? Fuck.
I can't give you the ability. I can give you a few recommendations.
Give us the recommendations then. You know what I mean?
Of what players in the world of football.
In the world of football right now, give us
realistic options as well.
Realistic options. Let's go. And put you on the spot.
There's a little Egyptian. He plays up front. I'm getting the name Omar.
Oh, not the geezer out off of fucking Eintracht Frankfurt. Not me.
Oh, I think it is him.
Yeah,
the one that would be an absolute star for us. What's his name? Omar Mamouche. That's it.
Great name. Great name, though.
Mamouche! Oh, he's done it again.
Do you know who I want, right? And where is... shout out to Matthew out in Canada. Jonathan David, mate. Get that man to the bowl.
No.
Why?
He's not a bit of us. He just would not suit us.
I don't know who is a bit of us nowadays, to be fair.
Mamouche.
It's going to be some sort of bootleg German sort of player from Steiden. What do you make?
I want a player from just the most random country.
Yeah, you mentioned if Steiden picked someone up from fucking Luxembourg.
That one striker who played for Georgia. He played for Metz. And he won the World Cup.
Mimozuke, or what his fucking name is?
Hey, let's get a Georgian.
He ain't a bad striker, mate.
Milikashvili.
Yeah, where is he at? He's at
Marseille? Leon, I think.
And Leon have got a transfer problems and shit like that, so they're gonna have to sell, mate.
Are they getting relegated? Did I read that somewhere? They're due to be relegated from the Premier League at the end of the season, or from the French League.
Why in Turkey?
You know what's going to happen there, don't you? Oh, sorry. Imagine if he returned, mate. Everyone would want to go and jump off a fucking
just
bridge.
Screams Benrahma 2.0. Mate.
Yeah, Turkey ain't a bit of me whatsoever.
Yeah. Right, so people have said Liam Delac. Would you have Liam Delac as your centre forward?
Oh,
no.
I would.
I would, yeah.
Shout out to Stevie, man. Merry Christmas, Stevie. Why not, Mitch?
Because he's just not. It's just not a bit of us. He's just not a bit of us, honestly.
Right, I'm gonna put it to you. Right, I want one of you to name a striker that is a bit of us.
Omar Mamouche.
He's not a striker, though, is he? He's a winger. He's not a striker, is he?
A striker. But I think the type of players that suit us at West Ham have suited us in the last few years. Antonio has been a winger converted striker. Arnautovic, the players that do drop into the channels, come deep in these positions, they're the ones that, even though we like the players that play up top and they may bang goals everywhere in the world, like just Latans and Sebastian Haller.
I've never felt more confident of a striker being so West Ham than John Duran. I really haven't. That'd be my choice, but
John Duran,
a lot of people would say that. But again, I'm not really incredibly passionate about this guy's such a West Ham player. Like it's almost got to be borderline obvious for me to feel that way. But John, he could have been the one. He should be the one.
Shout out to John. We're on first name terms here.
I think Liam. Yeah, I really rate him. Not for us though.
And it's hard to put. And I emphasize this all the time whenever we talk West Ham transfers, tactics, whatever. like you almost got to put your preferences aside and think under this current manager, under the current system we play, who would be good? Like we were talking about Evan Ferguson, for example. I am a huge fan of Evan Ferguson. I rate him very highly, and he is properly rated in my opinion. But do I think he'd be good with us currently in the system we play? I don't know. I really have no clue. But I personally would love to see him at the club because I think he's a great player.
Go and get me Hugo Ekitike, mate. That's the guy. That's the guy we should have had before in this.
What do we think about Kolo Muani from PSG? I see he's available. PSG want nothing to do with him. I've got no idea. He got his move to PSG. Seems
the profile would suit us.
Yeah, but we can't loan. We can't loan two players from the same club. I think.
So. Oh yeah, of course we can't. Yeah, we can't.
I can't.
Clive, I need a stat check, please.
Come on, where are you?
Here, please.
Clive Marcus at Clive Marcus 94. Everyone.
He's the guy. You know what I mean? From Porto.
Oh, what a saga!
Big up Colin. Big up Colin as well.
Colin in there, firing on all cylinders tonight. What? How the fuck did we end up with four? Mate, how the fuck did we end up with Fulkrug, mate? When you get all the names that we
don't
mentioned,
judge him yet. Don't judge him yet. He's just come back from injury.
What's the stat? He's asking. Clive's asking. What's the stat?
We need to know, or it's a rule check, please. We need to know if you're allowed to loan two players from the same club in European football. So, for example, we've got Soler from PSG, and we would like to know if we could also get Kolo Muani. I don't think it's possible.
Or is it just two from the Premier League that you're not allowed to have? I've got no idea. I thought it was, are you not allowed two domestic from the same club?
I've got a question for you. Speaking of Carlos Soler, do you buy him for £27 million at the end of the season?
Absolutely not.
Not a chance. He's not a £27 million player. Anyone who's seen 3 good performances from Carlos Soler,
I know.
We should activate that. No.
And he's on a total of 200K a week currently.
No 27 million bars, mate. Honestly,
no chance.
Never in a million fucking years.
He's gotten better, obviously, since his absolute horrific start to his West Ham campaign. But
Beto, are you fucking joking?
Weren't you had Beto in, mate?
Oh, mate, to this day, Everton away. Beto, thank you. Thank you for playing today because you are shocking, son.
It was terrible, wasn't he?
Who's the geezer who used to play for Hertha Berlin? Plays for Nottingham Forest now and loves a goal against us. Can't think of his fucking name.
Positions he play?
Awani.
That's the guy. That's the geezer. Yeah. Would you have him there?
Not in a million fucking years. I remember at the time everyone was saying, he's quality. I remember at the time everyone was saying he was a great striker.
I don't know.
You know when you just know, maybe some people don't know, not everyone has the same ability as me. But you know when you just know, you can look at a player and you know when they're going through a purple patch or when they're improving. Mikel Almiron, when he was going through that purple patch, I thought you're shit. I thought you're going for this major purple patch.
You know what?
I thought with an Awoniyi. Who do I think it with at the minute as well? I'll tell you who's the drop-off zone. What's the fucking name?
While you think
I need to think about it.
I think Tim Steiding could redeem himself. Just go out, get Chris Wood, get him to East London.
He's made for West Ham. He's proper made for West Ham. He's
again,
he's exactly the right kind of striker. So he'd be so unpopular as a signing.
Just insanely different type of player. New Zealand. We love a bit of a weird country at this club. Like, get him in. Pay the 30, pay the 35. I don't care. Get Chris Wood in. Get him in.
I wouldn't even be surprised that West Ham going over to someone like Juventus and going for someone big over there. West Ham need a big signing.
But when do Serie A players they're not historically they're not that great in the Prem.
Remember Simone Zaza?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, we got him.
I remember him running up for a fucking penalty once, and I remember, I can't remember what it was, but I think I'd for us to score a goal, I think, or score the first goal or score the goal at that time. And I'm thinking, come on, bury it. He just does the chicken dance. And I'm like, bruv, you've just cost me fucking bundles. Do you know what I mean? Absolute prick. You know what I'm saying?
Brendan
But-
Johnson, major purple patch, period. He's useless. Useless.
Would you have Callum Wilson?
Back-a-back?
Mitch?
I would.
No.
Come on, Mitch. You got to
Mitch,
give us a
who do you
striker.
actually want, Mitch? Like, is there anyone in this world that you would want?
I'm
I'll
on
tell you
Moosh.
what, Marcus. I've got too many Marcuses in the gaff tonight.
I would take that
Jimenez.
latte la, honestly.
Yeah.
I would
Latte la, what his
rather.
fucking name is.
I would rather go out and
Hold the
get
sugar,
Jimenez
extra
from
cream.
Feyenoord, Mexican. We'll have a Mexican at our club.
Caramel
isn't it?
syrup, please.
Oh, mate.
French vanilla would be nice, actually.
Venti.
Would you go for
Well
Abraham?
done.
No,
No.
If he was
If
a-
he
Do
could
one.
shake off his, if he could prove he's not injury prone, but he is injury prone.
I think he's washed.
It's got disaster written all over it. He had a really good first season, didn't he, in the Italian
Yeah.
league? And did he do an ACL or something? Like,
Yeah,
I think he would have been good, but
yeah. I don't know, man. No, we'll probably go for someone who's like 34 years of age, like Danny Welbeck or something like that.
You know
As
what?
long as it's on Arnautovic, I'd be alright with it.
This is a thing that like really pissed me off with Duran, right? Like the one time it looked like we finally showed interest in someone like young, pace, strong, and let's be honest, we've been looking for an Antonio replacement for a very long time, and that's a bit hard because there's not a lot of strikers that are built like him or play like him. So finding a replacement like him is always going to be tough. But Duran, I could see it. I saw the vision, but
Strand Larsen's a good shout. I'd
He'd be
take
a-
Strand Larsen.
that's a good shout as well. But for me, and I'm talking just preference for me, but I think some people will agree. If our next like big striker, whether we think it's a marquee signing or whatever, I want him to just be like not 30. Like
Yeah.
I want
Mm.
just someone with a bit of promise.
do you think
Would
we'd have
you-
a chance with Cunha from Wolves? Because Lopetegui signed him for Wolves.
He'd be unbelievable.
So
I don't know. Like after him bashing up the Ipswich Town fucking Vizio,
mean,
you
you
fit
fit in
we
well
do
with
love a bit
Kudus.
of that though, don't we?
yeah. We like a bit of that,
Yeah.
bit of passion. I'm here for
Um,
it, mate.
Hashan?
I'm gonna ask you something. How many trips to Brazil is Tim Stein going to have in the next 6 months? do you reckon?
Oh god.
How many brasses has he got on retainer?
He's 100% got a brass.
Mate, I'm convinced
Fucking
if he did not bring Guilherme back with that last trip,
His
there
Gourmand.
there would have been an investigation done.
Yeah.
There would have been something done because those trips, wow. Are those getting rid off? Are those tax
You might,
write-offs?
might own a brothel out there or something, you know.
He's definitely, mate. He's a regular, mate. He must be. You know what I mean? Like, he speaks in that German accent. I was going to do it, but I ain't going to do it. So there you go. Like, you know, like it's fucking 100%, mate. Honestly, I don't know. The thing is, do you trust him though? Like with like just for instance, if he gets the Kudus money in the summer, do you trust him to go out and spend that wisely, or we're going to come back with a load of fucking like?
I think we'd have
Uruguayans.
to like look at the end of the season and actually judge how successful have these signings been. Because like Fulkrug's been currently an unmitigated disaster, but there's
Yeah.
nothing stopping him from going and
And-
smacking 10 goals in the second half of the season. And then
100%.
we turn around and go, actually, he's done all right. Kilman looks like he's done all right. Tadibo, fuck knows whether we've done the right thing there. Like no one's got any clue. We've been bigging him up, and then he decides he's going to try and like start punching
It's-
people. Like,
It's a tough one because
Yeah.
we've talked about it before where like does Tim Steiden have all this power that we think he does, or is Sullivan like capping him to a point? And I think I always say the truth lies somewhere in the middle, and I do think it is a bit of both. Do I trust Steiden with £100 million
Cafe.
scotch free to spend off Kudus? Ooh, I don't know.
Robert thinks we should sign Cafe.
Well, sign anyone as long as they can score the goals. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then. I'll tell you what. We'll go through it quickly. Yeah. So far this season, your best and worst of the signings. Obviously, League
Kilman,
One,
number
Wes.
one, easy, the best.
Would you say he's better than Wan-Bissaka?
Yes.
I would say so. Purely
Just.
because, yeah, I think for
Kilman
Wan-Bissaka,
just, yeah.
I think technically he's so good. He is so good. One-on-one defending, picking the ball up and driving forward, linking up play, and linking up with Bowen when it works. It's great. He's so fucking lazy. Mate, he's so lazy. Oh, even against Bournemouth, I was watching him drive down that left-hand side. Like, we'd lose the ball. They're on a fast counter-attack, and he's just jogging. You've got Edson Alvarez dropping in and covering him at left-back, and he doesn't care. He's just jogging and going, wow, someone else is there. Mate, that's not good enough. He winds me up so much. I really like him. But technically he's good, but my God, his attitude is so questionable. So he winds me up no end, and I really like the player.
I think without a doubt, Kilman is one, because I can envision him playing in any type of system and being decent.
So Kilman's one. Who's number two for you boys?
I think it's a toss-up between Wan-Bissaka and Somerville. But that's not to say, and that's not to put Somerville down.
Oh, number two, sorry.
Number two,
Worst or best?
We'll start off at the best. So you go Kilman, number two. Now you got a choice. You got Soler. You got.
I think Tadibo. For me, it's clearly Wan-Bissaka.
Like Wan-Bissaka too. Then
Wan-Bissaka
I would probably say 3.
Somerville, I'd say.
Foddenham.
League One, where's?
I'll be honest. I've not been that impressed with Somerville so far.
I think he's all right, but I think he's.
Some people I think will say 2, but I think Wan-Bissaka has been a bit clear of him. But I think that's an easy 3.
Right.
Somerville just don't contribute to goals enough, and he's probably the weakest player I've seen at West Ham ever.
Yeah, he's the opposite. Isn't he? He's got all the right attitude. He's got all the right mentality.
But he ain't got the build.
He's just not shown that in the final third he can actually produce.
I think it'll come together personally, but right now it's not there.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needs a transition season, and then he'll bed into the team.
Yeah, I hope so.
So he's 3. Who's the 4th?
It's got to be Soler.
Soler.
Yeah, comfortably.
Not Tadibo.
I think given recent weeks,
that's a good debate.
Shade over him for me.
That's a good debate. Though.
Well, if you take out the incident with Lopetegui, you got Soler and you got Tadibo. Which one's benefited us more?
I would actually, personally, if you take out all of the attitude stuff and you just look at how he's grown as a player, I'd have put him above Somerville, personally. But given his attitude problems and given that we don't know what kind of bloke this actually is that we've signed,
I agree,
I think I'm struggling to...
Tadibo,
I was warming to him, but I'm struggling to warm to him.
Tadibo's a tough one because, again, I think he's going to be a great player, but I can... Just like any other player... People have their opinions, and for me, he seems just way too laxed to be a Premier League defender. Like, I don't know. That's a good debate, though. I think I wouldn't put him. That is a good debate. You know what? I actually might put Tadibo ahead of Soler just off the strength that I think he's played more good games than Soler. Not by a lot, but I think if you're doing a graph. And you're just following the trend, I think his is slightly just a bit better than Soler. So I would go Kilman, Wan-Bissaka, Tadibo or Somerville. I could care less. I'd probably go Somerville, Tadibo, than Soler.
Then after that, let's go from the worst. So you got who's the worst signing that we've made this summer? Is it Guido or is it Füllkrug?
It's got to be Guido, really.
I think it's Füllkrug to a point.
Off the basis of just performance, or are we putting their price tag into it as well? Expectations.
Because you've got.
I personally would say Füllkrug.
Yeah,
it hurts me because I love the man.
Because you got to look. You got to remember Tadibo. Rodriguez is exactly what it says on the team. He's a free signing. So, and when you look at, we paid money for Füllkrug. A lot of it.
And regardless of what people think of him in terms of his skill, I think it's clear as day that he just does not suit the way we want to play.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't. So again, I know how Mitch feels. And
it's not to say that he can't score goals, but it's to say that long term or even over a season, it's not sustainable.
A lot of people share the same opinion as Mitch as well. but like I'm probably in the minority. I do think he's a good player, but he looks so out of place in the way we want to play. But I agree, Fulkrug, I think. And I think it's going to be tough for him to come good because we all discussed it at the beginning of the season as well. For him to be a good signing, he surely, like in all competitions, like 15 goals. Like, and that still might not even be just for the price tag. You know what I mean? I feel bad for Fulker because I actually do think he's a good player and he's shown he has the resume in my opinion, but for the price we paid for him, he got injured. Again, that's not his fault.
I still believe I don't think he will, but I still think there's a decent chance that he could still work out for us this season. That he could turn it around and have a good season. I fucking hope so because I love the geezer.
But yeah, for the price, I think I'm
really
putting Fulkrug worst.
I don't think I just don't think he's good enough. I really don't.
Don't say that.
I just think he's too slow.
Don't say it. No.
I don't know. You look at how he's performed in the Germany team. You look at how he performed in the Dortmund team. A certified bagsman in both of those teams. Like I think he will get there. You look at what he's had around him as well. You've had Somerville's not been like putting out on the left hand side, I've done a questionable term, but I'm going with it. Somerville's not been putting out on the left hand side. Bowen's finding his feet again and he's finding his best form. But he's our game changer in terms of goal scorer. And he hasn't got anyone in behind him who's been providing. What he has done in that most recent game is shown that he's come on. He got himself in the right place. We've got his one chance. Granted, he didn't score it, but he's showing signs of being fitter. I think he will get there. I do think we'll still get not loads of goals, but I think we'll get goals out of him this season. Not as much as
I think you'll get assists. You'll get assists from him as well.
Well, how many goals? How many goals would you say? I'm going to say
all competitions.
All competitions. I'm going to say he scores.
We're getting done in the third round of the cup, Lucas. To be fair, so.
I was going to say
5
6
and 4 assists.
I'd be happy with 10 goal involvements. I think we get 10 goal involvements from him.
How many goal involvements he got right now? He scored a goal. Has he assisted anything? Or
I don't think so.
He should have had 2 assists. Fucking one we played to Somerville early on in the season.
Yeah,
and then fucking
on
the weekend.
All comes back to Somerville.
Oh, you know what? That just I seen it in the chat.
What?
I'm not kidding. I think Luis Guilherme might be my worst.
Relax.
No, but that's not off.
Relax
that's not off.
It's not off of him.
I like
it's
you,
not
Lucas.
him.
Let's not do this,
mate.
Let's not do this.
But that's on Tim Steiden, in my opinion. It's his fault that I'm putting him there. We could have had Duran. Could have had him.
No, because Guilherme's still got resale value. You can still get a load of money if you wanted to sell him in the summer.
I'm going to say this to you, right? How much do you think?
I am taking the piss a bit, by the way.
All right, we'll go for in the future. I'm going to say this right now, and you can clip this up. I reckon he goes for about 35 mil. And that's no joke. I actually don't think he's going to be what everyone thinks he's going to be, because West Ham know how to make players look shit. That's the thing.
Honestly, I see a lot of potential in Guilherme as a player.
Honestly, mate,
I do as well. But
I've seen it so many
are we
times.
going to be the ones that fulfill it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. I don't see us getting it. I see the next club getting it. For anything.
Again, no, but all it takes is for a new manager to come in and Lopetegui to go, and some manager looks at Guilherme and goes, "Okay, no, I want to give this kid a crack. He's quite good. Why has he not been given a chance?" And go,
I'm kidding.
Why not?
No, I would definitely put Fulkrug as the worst, and then Guido surely the second worst. Imagine if we swap that around. We paid 25 some mil for Guido Rodriguez, and we got Fulkrug for a free. The perception and opinions would be very flipped, but that's not reality.
It was close to going to fucking Barcelona. Guido Rodriguez at Barcelona. You taking the piss? Him playing the same team as Lamine Yamal and Lewandowski. They'd fucking laugh at him and bully him in the changing room.
And Javi said that he was going to be the Busquets replacement.
Well, that's the reason why I got sacked. The cunt.
About 45 years old, probably. Right. So, are you saying then that that's the order? Fulkrug, worst, Guido, then you've got League One Wes.
Yeah,
Guilherme.
yeah.
I think the price tag just weighs so heavy on Fulkrug. I would say I think relax on him as a player because we haven't seen him at full fitness yet. Once we've seen him at full fitness, if he's still pony, then I'll turn around and go, yeah, all right, he's a disaster lad.
Of all the
But,
positions in the league, in football, for a player to adapt to in the Premier League, striker is the hardest.
I don't know, mate. I keep hearing this all the time. No, like disrespect to anyone, but everyone keeps. I've heard it all season. Oh, they've got to get fit. They've got to get fit. Like, well, we signing a bunch of players that ain't fucking fit. Like,
Not just that, not just that, but adapting. It's taken so many of the top Premier League strikers to take a season at least to adapt to the Premier League.
I don't even think he lasts a season, Mitch. I think West Ham. If you want me to be honest, if someone said to you right now, you sell Fulkrug in the January window and you get Evan Ferguson in, they're going to take it.
Oh yeah, of course. Fuck me.
Like, but what I don't understand is why would you go? And that's where Steinen comes into it for me. And fucking this love affair with Tim Steinen, mate. I'm gonna be real. Like, it's a bit weird. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have assumed he would have picked up a striker, someone of like young quality. And do you know what? If we picked up a young sort of 22, 24-year-old striker and he come into the play at West Ham, I think people would back him because, like what Jay said earlier about Ferguson and what Lucas said, like young striker coming in, West Ham fans love a fucking young player.
That's the same mentality and the same thing like about any project. Like people are telling us to get behind a project or the project. What project? We have 3 strikers that are 31 years old or older.
Yeah.
There's no project there. Like the way Tim Steiden recruited in the off season or in the summer, right? The players he brought in, I'm pretty sure the aim is to get back to Europe, but there was no 100%. Way with these players.
Although you could argue, was Duran Steiten's top target?
Yeah, 100%. He chased him down.
Was it
I think it was Guillermo.
Like you still don't know the whole thing with Guillermo.
Yeah, but Mitch, I had this argument the other day with someone, right? And they were saying to me, about Guillermo and everything. And I think that I tell you what it was me and Costa. Me and Costa were going backwards and forwards on it on the afterthought the other day. What I don't get is why would you go and waste your time with a youngster when basically we're shit now in certain positions, especially in midfield. Like, I know it's very hard to say this, but we haven't replaced Declan Rice. I know he's a fucking hard player to replace, but we still haven't replaced that midfield area.
For a long, long time, Paulinho was the man to replace him. And you laughed at me, and you said Edson Alvarez is better, and you said, "Oh, we should save 10 million and go for Edson Alvarez."
I hold that one, Mitch. Yes, Mitch. Yeah,
Paulinho would have been an absolute revelation at this.
Paulinho would have been a club hero. I'm telling you, he would have been incredible.
What a complete
name on the kit type of guy.
And it upset me because I was so I wanted to. 60 million would be well worth it. It would have solved all our midfield problems for years, for like 3-4 years.
Yeah. Instead, we've got Edson Alvarez, the man who knocks out our youngsters, and he's just shit. You know what I mean? He's fucking. Joe, what?
I was going to say a question on youngsters. Who do we think is going to be the youngster that actually kicks on? Because we hear the same names that buzz around. You've got the likes of Orford, Scarl's got his.
I don't think any of them will.
Caden Casey, who's hyped. You got Earthy out on loan. Potts out on loan. Do we think any of them will kick on and become Premier League players?
No.
Freddie Potts, I reckon.
Seems to be doing really well, doesn't he? Everything I read is that he's in a poor Portsmouth side, but he's doing really well.
I think Potts is the closest. But again, I really don't care about that unless it's with us. And I just always fear that we have all this talent. And of course, we are always touted as one of the best academies in England, right? But I always just fear we have this talent, but they're going to become Premier League players or standouts at other clubs, like because of the other clubs, not us.
Do you? I'm going to go back to the comment on the youngsters. I've got to get to this from Colin. What do you make of them two appointments? Both old managers. Both philosophies are.
Sorry would have been the best meme of all time. Could you imagine? Sorry is West Ham.
Yeah,
I will take bets. I will take bets with anyone. Yeah, clip this. DM me on Twitter. I will take bets with anyone that Allegri doesn't end up at West Ham. It just ain't going to happen, mate. It's gone from Alonso slot to Almiron to Allegri or Sarri now. Fucking hell! Come on.
Got to find out what Colin's sources are saying. Colin, I know you got sources, bro. Tell me what your sources are saying.
Mate, Sarri would have been a dream in terms of memes, just all sorts of talk. Because could you imagine him just sparking up on the touchline? That would have been enough. I don't care what would have happened that season. Seeing that's enough.
You know, when Sky Sports do their slow mo slow mo scenes, like when it's like the build up to a match, and they go like you have like slow mos of all the players like walking out of the coach, and you have like slow mo of Sarri just like slow mo just puffing on the touchline,
or him just flicking it out after he's done.
flicking it out onto like the Spurs badge and like Tottenham away,
or just ashing it on the Tottenham badge.
Yeah.
See, what do you make of that from Irish Tommy? Shout out to Irish Tommy. Yeah. How is Orford not getting games ahead of some of the clowns we have in midfield? I agree on that.
Couldn't agree more.
But for me,
well, you could say Andy Irving. He's shown more than
Andy Irving. No, come on, man.
He's shown more than but he's shown more than Rodriguez this season.
No, I agree. But to Irish Tommy's point, I think that you're better placed to give Orford those minutes. Think of those token 5 minutes that you give to Andy Irving at the end of a game, or token 10 minutes you give to him. Think about the horror shows that we've witnessed from Peter Rodriguez. Yeah. Off the pair of them, use them as emergencies, and those 5-10 minutes here and there, actually put them into someone who you see as apparently the future of the club. Because everything that I've read from certain sources says that people in the youth setup rate this guy as potentially as good as Declan Rice. And they know, they're the ones that watch them. But they're the ones that watch them.
Joel Durfee. Joel Durfee ain't going to do anything.
No. But
Ollie Skull was supposed to be the next best fucking left back. He ain't going to be anything.
Hear me out.
I just want to say this quickly. Yeah, how old is Ollie Skulls?
19, I think.
He
just turned 19.
He's just turned 19.
Oh, he's got no future. I'll be honest. I don't see anything about him.
See, the problem is, and this is the thing that I've heard quite a lot over the years since I've done YouTube to a point, is that what is it you want as a fan? Do you want to bring the youth in, or do you want quality players? Because you can't really get both at the same time. You can't get the youth in and then say, right, you want quality out of them when they're learning their trade. I don't know about you boys, but I would rather West Ham go out and buy the best, really, than integrate me as a bonus.
There is a way of trying to integrate players and seeing if they can integrate. The top teams do it. Arsenal, Man City, in cup games, they play the experienced players, and then potential players, they play them in the cup games. We have not done that for the last couple of seasons.
I can guarantee you, though, if we played a load of youth players in, people will go, well, why are you playing the youth players in?
No, not a load of them. Just one or two in the odd game. Just one. If you've got a player that's not fully fit, he's played a couple of games recently, just stick him in. Try and integrate him into the game. Coach him for the week in training. Say, all right, I want you to play in this system. I'm going to try you out for a game.
Right. Let's put it this way, from what Nick says here, yeah? Out of all them players listed below, tell me which one is more likely to sort of break in. I agree with Mitch. I don't think Earthy does. I think Earthy goes out on loan again. I think Orford will go out on loan because he ain't playing. Skulls, I think he's already in there to a point. I actually think he's the one who's going to replace Emerson. That's what I do. Believe.
Really?
Yeah, I do, mate. I do.
Oh. So the thing is, right? You got to remember, these kids will not come in and be Premier League ready. We can't be expecting them to come in and just tear the league up straight away. That just doesn't happen. Remember when Bukayo Saka came through at Arsenal? It was a horror show.
What the fuck is that statement from Nick there?
You look at Saka when he came through at Arsenal, and he was not good. And Arsenal fans are questioning why he was being played. And you look at some of the clips when he was young, and he wasn't good. But they knew the potential he had. And the only way you grow into that Premier League player is by getting chances and by getting minutes. Look at Ben Johnson as well, right? And now look at when he came in, he started at left back, I believe, away at Man City.
Mhm.
And then I remember towards the end of that season, he played away at Manchester United. And he was rubbish on the ball. He was absolutely crap. Every time he got the ball, he passed it to a Manchester United player. But defensively, he was really good. So you knew he had the basics and he had to work on certain things. He got better, he got better, he got better. And we'll always thank him for that performance away at Lyon when he played at left back. He was sensational that day. He was so, so good. Yes, he hasn't gone on to become the player that we hoped he would be, but he still turned into a Premier League player. Not because he was good at the start, but because we trusted him and he grew into a squad player. You look at these players, I believe that Ollie Scholes, I don't think he will replace Emerson immediately, but I think he should be the guy replacing Cresswell at the end of the season.
Yeah, but
and you have him as the understudy and you start bedding him in and you start giving him a chance.
the only thing I will say is one thing with this club is we do overhype some of our players. Yeah, and we're known for doing that. Yeah, all
Every youngster, we do.
Right.
And this is what I think. It was Sunday Silva for ages. Sunday Gonzalo Cardoso.
That's the geezer Cardoso. Yeah, fucking hell. Every time he was like, he was going to be the next big thing, and he plays in Switzerland, I think now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sebastian Letjet.
Yeah. For me, even Ben Johnson, I use him as a prime example, as the recent sort of player to leave. Yeah, people wanted to keep him because he was an academy player. He come through the system, but he can't even get an Ipswich Town's team. Like, and you know, that's where we got to sort of draw the line with it. For me,
that's the levels, yeah, 100%.
I would rather Freddie Potts play games in the middle of the park and learn his trade than have Guido in there, or even Alvarez in there to a point. Yeah, because I think what we lack at West Ham currently right now is identity. Like, I don't know what we are. Do you know what I'm saying? We're just a mixture of all these sort of South American, European players, and you know, it's just a bit of a fucking mess at the minute. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they're all old.
Yeah, I know.
And also, a defensive midfielder that can just sit in front of that defensive line and be confident in the ball. Rodriguez ain't, Alvarez ain't, and Souček ain't. I would just like someone that can just offer something a little bit different.
I'd say Souček's looked really good on the ball lately. I won't lie. Those 1-2s with Jared Bowen on the right hand side.
Oh, but that's not sitting in front of a back four.
Could you imagine Paulinho and Souček? Wow.
Would you?
Every team be limping off the pitch against us at the end of the game.
There's a shout. What about Angel Gomez from? He's out in France, isn't he, at the minute? Would you take him?
James, that's a very good shout, my pedigree chum.
Out of contract at the end of the season.
Thank you.
Isn't he? Yeah,
James, that's very good. I'm impressed. That's a Mitchell-esque.
Fuck off, mate. I asked you that about half hour ago. You still ain't giving me a fucking time. Shout out to Nick who come up with that one. But Angel Gomez wouldn't be a bad shout. You're going to go for someone like young, fresh. The only thing is he's a bit small, isn't he? And, like, would he get bullied in the sort of Premier League, especially in midfield?
Playing for England now, isn't it? As well, isn't he? Like, he's got in the England squad and he's put in a couple of good performances there. So
there's always something about those players that they start in England, they get like a little move abroad, and then when they come back, they got that something about them.
100%.
Would you? What was it? Who was the other one? There was someone else I was just going to mention who plays it in Europe. I can't think his fucking name, but he's gone there. Gone out of me now.
Winger? Is he a winger?
No, he plays out in like Holland. Oh, Jordan Henderson. Would you take Jordan Henderson at West Ham?
Fuck no. I've never hated a player more in English football than him.
Who is the most hated person that you hate the most in football terms, Mitch? What player?
You know what? Truthfully, Wilfried Zaha.
Oh, yeah, it's a shout.
It's funny you said Jordan Henderson because I think he's genuinely one of the most overrated English midfielders that's ever played the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you seen Calvin Phillips?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I would say it has to be Son for me. I hate Son.
Yes. Yes.
I hate that sort of like just that smile and that sort
of
like,
ever since the home match when Zuma kicked the ball towards the corner.
Flicked the ball to him, didn't he? Yeah.
And then he just collapses over like he got sniped. Wow.
There was a time I hated Salah, but now I respect him like a like I've never respected him.
I still hate him, but I respect him. He is a diving piece of shit. That guy.
Bruno Fernandez, Irish Tommy's is there. He's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
He's
I
another
hate
one that's
Fernandez.
like-
Oh yeah, good shot.
I hate him as well, but he is an unreal player.
I actually think it's underrated. Nah, probably
Oh,
Bruno.
Yeah, I agree.
One for me is John McGinn. I said it before here. I don't know. I just hate him. He's just a horrible bloke.
Yeah,
and
but he's
I
such a
don't
West Ham player. If I've
yeah,
ever seen
yeah.
one.
He'd be loved if he was at West Ham, but because he's not at West Ham, I hate him. Absolutely hate him.
Yeah, I know. There's a few. There's a few in there. I'm going to be honest, but you know, right before we come towards the end, we might as well talk about it. The big fight coming up. Gentlemen, what are you saying about Usyk versus Fury? Mitch, what are you saying about it? Will we be watching?
I hope Usyk. Yeah, I hope Usyk bangs him up, and I think he will.
You
I think
reckon?
Fury is acting very scared this time round. He's trying to. I think you can see that he's talking, but he's not meaning it.
Did
He's
you see
like
the
talking
stare
all the
down
game.
today? Did you see
11
the
minutes,
stare down?
I did,
29
yeah.
seconds.
11-minute stare down. That was intense, bro.
I
serious.
think Fury's going to knock him clean out, mate.
No,
100%.
James, have a little bet. Let's have a little bet.
I have a tenner bet with you.
All right, tell a bet. What?
Right.
What's the bet?
Basically, well, what's the fucking bet? The bet is
You shook his hand now.
What if
I'll
he
go-
wins by point decision? If he wins for unanimous or knockout?
No, we'll just do straight win. Like if Fury wins, £10 to me. If Usyk wins, £10 to you.
All right,
So
sweet.
any means. The reason why I believe that Fury's going to win because the loss is killing him, and he looks like a man who's filled with hate and spite. And I'm going to be honest. If the weigh-in comes out tomorrow and he's bigger, and he's about 19 and a half stone, he's going in there to knock him clean out. And people might go, oh, you're like Usyk's
That
too
don't
good and
happen
all
to
that.
Usyk. No, Usyk.
I don't know.
He's got
Once
an
he
answer
gets,
for almost everything.
can Usyk handle Fury coming onto him all the time? Because that's what I think's coming. Yeah, I think Fury's throwing everything at him, mate.
If anyone can, I think it might be that crazy bastard.
You don't know
I don't
because
know.
Usyk's movement, he gets out of every corner. You can't stick it on him. You can't really stick it on at Usyk.
I don't know, right? There was in that first fight. I don't know about you boys, but in that first fight, I thought it was pretty. It was pretty level. No, I would say no. I tell you, I think Fury was winning the fight up until the 9th round. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I agree. I thought people
think-
gave it to Usyk a bit too much. Actually,
I think he's primed to win this fight, but I'm not gonna. It's just one of those like, are you really gonna be surprised if either one win? Me, I won't be, but I do think Usyk's primed right now to win it.
Yeah, I think he's in his prime. Yeah, and I think Fury is on the come down. But the only thing is with Fury is I've seen him in rematches and I've seen him to a point. I see Usyk fight Derek Chisora in a few years ago, and Chisora's nowhere near on Fury's level, and Chisora really pushed and went into him.
Usyk's a different fighter now, though.
Yeah,
True.
and you can tell. Obviously, Fury's a showman, right? But you can just tell when like they've got that bit of confidence and cockiness about him, or you can just tell it's just fucking waffling. You know what I mean? Like you can tell, and I do think Fury's just being a bit of a showman right now. I do think Usyk is primed, but again, it's still almost a toss up. I think.
What about you, Joe? What are you saying?
I genuinely think it. I think it goes to points, and I think it's by a point. I think it's one round either way. I think it's gonna be so close. I thought that Usyk would dust him again, seeing how dialed in Fury seems for this fight. Like I think he's gonna give it a good go, but Usyk is technically so gifted. He's so talented. I don't think he's ever been knocked down either. Like that's how big a task Fury's actually facing.
I got knocked down. I think last year by one gazer.
I think it was below the belt.
Below the belt, Dubois.
Yeah, it was below the belt. So
if it was below the belt, but
and it was dubious. To be fair, it was dubious.
Yeah,
like I thought it was on. Yeah.
I don't think it was below the belt.
I thought it was on the belt, but it was classed as below the belt, and he got away with it. So I think it's gonna be tight, lads. I like a flutter on the boxing, but I'm struggling to come up with who I think is actually going to win this. I think it's going to be. I'd actually fancy some money on a draw. I think it'd be good value. Very good value.
The draws the
Take
value.
the trilogy, possibly.
But I've actually got money on Fury. The reason why I believe Fury is going to do it is, like I said just a minute ago, I think the losses hurt him in a way to say, right, I've got to really perform in this one. And if you take away the showboating and all of that stuff, Fury can do it. He really can, right? And he's the bigger man at the end of the day. If he can put his weight on Usyk and rough him up and get, because what it was, if he tries to outbox Usyk, he ain't going to win. So he's going to have to he's going to have to come up with another game plan. And the other game plan is to go in there and go straight forward and really try and give it everything.
Knock him spark out.
19.5 stone geezer who's 6'9", throwing like heavy hands on you. Trust me, Usyk's a good fighter.
Down as well.
Yeah,
A mound of punches.
That's what I'm saying. And thing is, with
like meteorites.
Yeah, I just feel this is Fury's to sort of, if he turns up and he's fully focused, which I do believe he is. The way he looks at the minute, he looks really on it. Yeah, I believe he'll win. Well, give us your predictions, lads. Then, Lucas, what you saying?
You know, I'm a gambling man. I'm an odds guy. I haven't seen the odds. I'll be honest, unless you have them at the top of your head.
11-8, 4-5 Usyk, 11-8 Fury, and the draws sound like 8s, I think, or 10s or something like that.
Usyk.
Oh, it doesn't feel.
I think Usyk split decision personally.
Usyk by points, I'll say.
Yeah. Right, before we come to the end, right? Anyone wants to ask us anything, they can before we wrap this up. Any final sort of thoughts, lads, of this season, this year as a whole, before we get a few questions in to wrap this up? Don't all speak at once.
I would. The only thing I would say is I am very grateful to have been welcomed into this community. I'm about 6 months into my time on E20 Zone. Couldn't be having a better time if I tried. Lovely to spend my time talking to you three gentlemen and to you guys in chat.
Fucking cute.
Colin, you the main man. Steve Tiley, go fuck yourself. I walked into my barber's today, as you can see, crying because I was getting abused by a man on YouTube and being called names that I don't recognize. I don't know who that person is that you keep calling me. I don't even know if you're out there, but
Steve Tiley.
I got it cut because of you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, just very happy to be here, lads, and very happy to be.
Do you know what? It's I've got just to sort of follow on to that. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on, Jay. I found you on Twitter, and basically we'll give you a go, and you come out really trumps. And I'll say it to anyone who's watching, listening. If you want to be a part of E20, you can. You know what I'm saying? If you speak like Jay and you come across well. But we're all good geezers. I can vouch for all the boys that I've had on this channel, from Clive to West Ham Online, Mitch, Lucas, all of us. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have no fucking idiots on here. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, listen, it's been an absolute honour.
You did one time.
Yeah, that was you, Mitch. Do you know, do you miss Alfie, Mitch?
I speak to him often, though. I speak to him quite a bit.
Yeah, he's. Do you know what? I'm pleased. He's a bit sort of gone and done his own thing, because he was finding it hard in the old YouTube world. I'm going to be honest. All right, let's get to Darren's comment. Where do you gents think West Ham will finish this season? Give us a number, lads.
14th.
14th. I think we stick in 14th all year.
Oh yeah.
All year.
And I hate myself for predicting 9th. I bought into the hype, and I wanted to say 14th. Swear. Hand on heart, everything. I wanted to say 14th, but I thought I was going to be the negative Nancy, the Debbie Downer, but fuck me. 9th? What was I fucking smoking?
If he does get top 10, is that like an achievement this year? Like massively?
No, it's not an achievement. Achievement would be Europa Conference League. That'd be an achievement, in my opinion.
He would achieve a standard, which I think we should be at. If he finished top half, I wouldn't complain personally.
Steve's got it in for you, Jay.
Fuck you, Steve. Fuck you. I still don't know who that is.
Yeah, well, you know. Do you know? I don't know. Basically, wherever West Ham can land this year, it'd be nice. I just hope the fan base can sort itself out and just go back to being normal. But I think what it is, what we said earlier on, is true, and I think that's one thing I think we've all got to learn in the sort of 25. Bless you, Mitch. Is basically just got to not take social media so serious. That's the only thing I will say. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully, everything will be all right. Are we saying that our FA Cup dream is over?
Fuck me, man.
No.
I know, man.
The FA Cup dream is just going to Villa Park away. I'll be there. I know, Lucas, you're going to be there. Just having a nice away day with the lads.
Mate, I'll be literally everywhere if I'm fortunate enough.
Well, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't anticipate us coming home with the fourth round.
It's some British panties as well. I think Lucas told me.
Yeah.
Are you lovely, Mitch? Right, are you looking forward to coming? Are you looking forward to coming over, Lucas, to round this up?
Yeah, is always. Which is crazy because we are shit. We're really shit. But to be honest, I really most of the time just do not care about that. The only time I truly really cared was when we were in Europe, because again, that's just something so near and dear to us that we don't know if we'll ever see it again. But nah, regardless, even if we were playing in the Championship, League One, League Two, I would, if God allows me,
it'd be easy to go to away games. So
yeah,
I'll take
for sure.
Yeah.
if as long as I'm alive and I can do it, regardless of what league we're playing in, what competitions, blah blah, I will be over. So this is. I'm the same amount of excited as I am every single time. I'm excited for the away days. Even going to that shithole London Stadium, it's nice to see my mates and all that. But yeah, I always look forward to it, and yeah, it should be a banging time as always.
Mitch, when's your next away trip?
Money.
Oh, City.
Nice.
We will be there.
Fuck me, mate. Good luck on that one. I must admit.
2 weeks.
You know, it was 2 weeks' time. Well, lads, it's been a very good one. I want to wish all of you boys Merry Christmas from me. I want to wish all the chat a very Merry Christmas from all of us also.
Well,
it's been a tough old yeah. It's been a tough old year. I'm gonna be honest. But Mitch is knackered. He needs to go to bed. You know what I mean? What are you doing for Christmas, Mitch? Where are you? You at home, at the missus's?
You know, I still don't know yet. I think just stay there everywhere. I think.
Yeah. See, when you get a woman, you change. Jay's obviously off to Ireland.
I'll be in
Lucas?
Ireland.
Ireland.
Is that the first time you've been to Ireland, Jay?
No. I've been many a time. I love Ireland. Absolutely love
That's
Ireland.
right.
All the hate on Ireland earlier, Mitch.
up the Jamrock Rovers tonight, 5-1.
It's not necessarily
Rovers
Ireland. It's
They got belt to ass by Chelsea.
Oh yeah, that was tonight, of course. Yeah, I bet that was fun around West London. That would have been fun.
I'll tell you what, Ireland is absolutely banging, mate. Honestly, like Mitch, if you want to go to a place for like a stag do, or when you get married to your bird, go to Ireland, mate. You love it. You won't come back. So there you go. Right. I ain't gonna say about smashing a like on the video, but if you like this stuff, smash a like on the video. It goes a long way. I will be back tomorrow. Me and Lucas will probably be doing a preview while Jay's jetting off to Ireland and Mitch is out getting drunk somewhere with his friends. And yeah, Brighton at the weekend. Let's hope we can get a result. Before we go, Jay and Mitch, give us a prediction for Saturday.
I predict a 1-1.
1-1.
No chance.
Mitch?
2-2.
2-2.
Oh,
Yeah,
Desmond.
man.
That's
Desmond.
the Lucas prediction. That's Lucas's classic prediction.
Oh, there you go. All right, anyway, we're going to about to move. Mitch has got to go to bed. He has a sort of date with Thomas Shelby on his wall. So, yeah, what a guy.
He has to pray to him before he goes to sleep.
Yeah, I've had enough.
Right, we're out of here. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Hype.